Mute me. Hi, Galen. Okay,
Hey,
so in the room we have Jenny and both Marks and Bruce and Jeff, which should make 6 of you total, which is a quorum. So then you can.
All right,
So whatever.
meeting is officially called to order with a quorum barely. And I believe we're in compliance, correct, Becky?
Yes, we're good.
Excellent. I invite you to stand and pledge with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. No public. Therefore, no public comments.
My kind of meeting.
We had no questions at our last meeting, no correspondence that I'm aware of.
Nope.
So let's take a look at our July 1st meeting minutes, which took me off guard, the July in there, but because the meeting was moved, it was indeed in July.
I did update by hand the date across the top, but Galen did send me an updated copy that had the date changed at the top.
Okay, excellent.
I kind of jumped the gun on making packets because today was crazy. So.
And Galen did follow through and make a note that he was not at the meeting on Zoom or in person, but put together minutes based on his listening to a recording.
When I looked at them, I thought they looked appropriate. I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion to approve made by Bruce, second by Jeff. All in favor, say aye.
Hi.
Aye. Any opposed, say no. All right, motion carried.
Hang on. 2 pens just sitting over here. All right, sorry.
No problem. Technical difficulty. Treasurer's report. Bruce.
Well, I'm happy to report that based on my conversations with our erstwhile treasurer to be, this is the last time we're gonna have it in this format. Oh. There you go. Jeff was kind enough to take my report, which was truly just a copy of the previous treasurer's report. And I used the same format, and so anyways, nothing has changed of any great dramatic stuff. Added a couple of bucks just from the standard collections. There was nothing extraordinary. You have to remember that we've got $91,000 total. If you look at our summary page on page 6, we've got $91,000, but of that, 10,000 was the ALA door grant.
Oh, right.
And so we wanted
Right.
don't be thinking that, oh, we've got 30,000 in one CD. By the way, the other CD over 7 months generated $777 of interest. So it was worth putzing around. But in any event, we don't want to be thinking, well, we got another 30, we can put in another CD. No, not quite, because we're going to have a use for that hopefully fairly soon. That 10,000 is sitting in the building maintenance and improvement fund. So the 33,000 that is in that fund, that's realistically closer down. By the time we spend the 10, and it may take a touch over that. So we've got something over 20,000 in there, which is still good. It's still wonderful, but just so we don't get an inflated idea of what we have. There was, other than I already mentioned about the CD, we did successfully flip. And while I was pulling my hair out just a touch today with Prevail over whether they're going to recognize the proper address for our account. Other than that, I'm really pleased that they did come up, they beat everybody else's CD rates. And so we wound up getting our CD for 4.06%, which all things considered, that's very nice. There's nothing that needs to be approved per se on this, but I'm happy to try and answer any questions if anybody's got it. And no, we don't have to play taps for this one.
All right, any questions? Very good. Thank you, Bruce, for your work and your explanations there. Becky's director's report.
Great. So we feel really busy. You'll see with the numbers that we went up in June a little less than I thought we would, but but we feel busy. We had a bunch of people at the pool with us and we had a bunch of people at the storyteller. The new couch is here. It's over by the train table if you want to see it. And I guess we have the library renovation projects on here. But okay, so that's all I'm gonna say right there. I spoke with Nick Chender yesterday or Monday, because I wanted to make sure that everything was okay before I left. He says that right now it looks like at the county level, nobody's really saying anything about our budget, which is perfect. That's what we want to happen. So we build at 80% and we should get 80%. And he and Paula are going to keep an eye on it and let me know if for some reason I need to go next month, but it should be okay. And Laura passed the budget and we have an increase of $250, which I think in this economy is just about as small of an increase as we can get, away with. So that's amazing.
And I can't imagine library services without it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, any questions for Becky? Excellent. Staff meeting minutes are in your packet on page 12. Any questions or comments? All right, then, moving on, we have circulation reports on page 13.
Yeah, so Park Falls just ballooned in June, but they do more of their summer library program in June than we do, and they do get to do all of their programming in their building, which, there's nothing we can do about that, but we are out there, we're doing everything we can, but our bigger programs aren't held at the library, so they don't necessarily impact SOC as much as they could. I'm not upset about our numbers in June. I'm anxious to see what happens in July, so nothing to get too worried about. The system overall saw a bump in June, which is normal because of summer library programs. So
it looks to me, based on the bottom graph, that we're higher in June than we've been since last October. So that's
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
Good to me. Okay, any questions regarding circulation? Very good. Any news from the Library Friends Group or the Teen Advisory Council?
The Friends Group has a raffle going on, so if you guys want to look at our baskets, or if anybody wants to sell tickets, you guys as the board are allowed to do that. We can give you a basket of tickets. We're selling them $5 for one or $5 for 20. And then they just come in and they put the ticket in buy the basket that they want. And Krista's gonna come in and draw for those on August 8th. So they have a couple weeks. But yeah, she should look at that. And then Teen Advisory Council, they've been great with our programs, and yeah, so it's going well. We've had a couple new people join over the summer, which is amazing. So yeah.
Teens want to join that, they just come in to Linda?
Yes.
Okay.
Or wave their hands in front of the front desk. Either way, just stop in at the library and tell somebody.
Can we send a text?
They could actually, if they really wanted to, they could probably message through Facebook. Yes, I try not to give up my staff's cell phone numbers, but yeah, they could message through Facebook.
Instagram, Snapchat.
Yeah.
And how are we going on the renovation project, Becky?
They called while I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off today, and they talked to Val, and so the rest of the furniture is coming tomorrow. I already told Jeff it should be here sometime between 11 and 1, and they are supposed to call us 20 minutes out.
Have we got any idea how heavy the packaging? Are we looking at, some crates that are gonna weigh 250 pounds, or do we have any
It
idea?
should be less than, well, it's the exact same table that we have in the teen zone, and I think that came in pieces, and then it's 4 chairs. So, if worse comes to worse, we unpack it out on the sidewalk and bring it in piece by piece. But I don't think any given piece is more than 100 pounds.
Okay.
And Jeff already said that as long as his meeting's over, he'll come over and help us. Yeah. Do you want
What I
me?
was getting at is there a need for somebody to come up with an actual furniture dolly?
I don't think so. We have 2 different hand dollies that I think would actually, I think be actually big enough to handle it. Do you want me to call you when we hear from the guy?
Sure. When you know that, and I'll
You're gonna
go
be-
with you off.
You're at the office. Okay. call Bruce.
It's supposed to be raining tomorrow, so I would.
Okay, well, we'll do it
Days I'm
today.
more likely to be in the office. Most days I've got too many things to be doing at house.
Okay, perfect. So I will text you, Jeff, and Bruce, I will call you as soon as the driver calls and says he's closed.
Yes, we do. Got reception.
Okay, I'll get you.
What wonder?
All right, yay. All right.
And then maybe for next meeting, perhaps you'll just barely be back. But maybe by the one after that, you can give us a heads up if there's something you'd like to tackle next, if we can consider as a.
So is the,
Okay.
so is the door, this part would be a fall into the renovation project, right?
Sort of, it's not in the original plan,
Right.
but it was something she was able to write a grant for, which I think is even more important than part of our original plan, so.
Right.
Yes. And so the hang up with the door is I have to get an electrician in to wire electricity so that the people can come in and install the door. And the electrician that I usually use is on vacation until the end of August. So I'm calling him as soon as I get back, which should be fine. But I have an updated door quote and the door guy's been here and he's seen everything. And so as soon as I get the electricity wired, then I can call the door guy and say, when can you come?
Great.
So I'm still hoping to do it by this fall, but we have until spring of 2026 within the grant parameters.
But if we can get it before winter, that would
Yeah.
be a really
I
good.
would love to get it before winter. So yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Galen, were you trying to say something online a minute ago?
Nope. I'm just listening to the conversation.
Okay, I thought I heard your voice a moment ago and forgot to follow through.
So when you say of an electrician that's gone until August, is it, I mean, who is, I mean, this is like the busy time system where when they, you know, they make their money.
So the two people who have worked on the library are Glenn Schilling
Yeah.
and Scott Dragovich.
Drexler?
And so they've been working together. And so it's Scott that's who's on vacation all summer, and he'll be back. And I'd like to use them as long as they're willing to do it. And then if he says no, there's an electrician up in Park Falls that I can call. But he seems interested. And again, they've done everything up until now and they're local. So I try to do it local. And I try not to have too many people do it because then I feel like, you know, then it gets the way that the computers were before it was said, don't let anybody touch these computers aside from us, because then, yeah.
Every electrician is gonna have a different idea of how it should have been done.
Right.
Yeah, I know we've had a couple different people at our house and they go, I can't, who did this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like to give them first crack at it. He's on vacation. I'm gone all through August anyways, so we will
Okay, sure.
hit it hard when I get back.
Sounds good. No old business, new business. We will start with the bills, please. Anything to highlight here?
No, I don't think so. When we looked at the bills, the one comment that Becky and I would have multiple times here, the city accidentally double paid for APG, that for the Price County Review and the Ashland Daily Press. And so we see now, if we look at page
17. With the very top.
18, we're mentioning it as a duplicate payment, goes back in operating 475. We also are noting it in page 17 under post/PR advertising APG refund minus 475, just so that it works out correct at the end. That's the only unusual thing out of here, and that's the proper way to take care of it for our purposes. Otherwise, it didn't strike me as anything was like grossly out of line from my end, but again, I'm claiming I examined every item, it just, there's nothing jumped out.
So total bills.
We're looking for this month's total will be on bottom of page 17, $2,297.06. That would be the bills to be approved, and then for purposes of board funds, we've got a request to take care of $196.64 gift fund. That was she got noted bingo, and then also Will Johnson with standard copier contract 288. So total of 484.64 out of board funds. So the request would be to approve the overall city bill of 2297.06, and to approve payment from board designated funds $484.60.
All right, so I'm looking for a motion to approve payments above and below the line.
That motion?
Motion by Mark Peterson. Do we have a second?
Sure.
I'll second.
Is that okay with you? Galen seconds. Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed say no. Motion is carried. All right, to go into closed session, this requires a roll call vote. So I need a motion and a second, and then I will ask each of you separately.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session.
Motion made by Bruce. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Are we
Second
supposed to
by-
make this the actual announcement with the language and everything with the statute?
Sure, go ahead,
Yeah.
Bruce.
The
You can
motion.
read it out.
Once the motion is actually being voted on, we can do that.
Okay, all right.
Okay. All right. We'll just go around the room. Mark Peterson,
Yes.
Bruce,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Mark B.
Yes, yes.
Jennifer is yes. Galen?
Yes.
All right, we are moving into closed session pursuant to the exemption in Wisconsin State Statute 19.851C for considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility.
Right.
Okay.
We're recording.
Passes, and I'm going to open the door.
All right.
Becky, one of the other things we're doing,
Oh,
getting this ready for you. We are all very much impressed by your willingness to go under the knife to benefit someone else. And we wanted you to know that our best wishes are with you, and we hope for a speedy recovery and no complications. So that's for you. All right.
Mm.
I believe we're down to number 5, kind of reading questions from public, which is none. New business to add to the agenda for the next meeting. Other than including a brief closed session, I don't have anything specific. Anyone else? Becky, you know of anything?
no, you might see a budget, but I don't think I'll have numbers from the city yet, so I don't know how far we'll get with that. I don't think I'll have city or county numbers, but I might start it and just give you guys like a preliminary, this is what we're thinking. At the very least, I want to know from Shelby what we're getting for health insurance, so, yeah.
Okay.
So you'll see budget either
Mm.
next meeting or the meeting after.
Very good. Time and date for the next meeting. Becky, what is your?
August 28th. I should be back that week. So you'll be getting everything on Monday. So don't flip out and I'll keep you all posted if something happens, but it should be all right.
And that's Thursday, right?
Thursday, yeah. Do you guys want to leave
Also-
these at,
Channel, it's maybe 5:30.
well, that's what I was gonna ask. Is there any reason to leave these at 5:30 anymore?
I think we had moved them to 5:30 because when Brittany was president, she had trouble getting here at 5,
Right.
which is why we backed them down to 5:30. I prefer 5, but if that's difficult for someone else, I think it's better for Becky to keep it closer to her workday.
Yeah. Is it okay for Christy? I think she's the only other one that works like 9 to 5.
I mean, I work
She-
at 5:30, so I'm leaving a little early either way.
Is that a
Gotcha.
problem?
Not.
Mr. Work from home and take a walk
Well, yeah.
every day? No,
Yeah.
joking.
It's not like I have to walk past a bunch of coworkers to leave early. I'm salaried, so.
I mean, if we can leave it at 5.
I mean, yeah, I guess if that works, yeah, because what are 5 o'clock?
Okay, I think that's the consensus.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
try 5. That is the original time it had been for years.
Yeah.
Let's try to leave it there, and if it's a problem,
What is Christine's office?
Okay.
And we used to say,
Is
we
she
used
okay
to
with-
say 5:05. And we used to give everybody till 5 after.
Does, just out of curiosity, is Brittany still interested in being on the board?
I'm gonna ask her. Jenny just
I
brought
was
that
just
up
asking
too.
that too. She's only made it once this year, and
What?
that's a good question, but Meredith
I'm
has
not trying to
made,
get off
Meredith
topic.
and Becky have made
Pass it along.
a couple, she has only made. So,
Monetarian says shut up. That's.
I will, you know what? I'll just send out a general email. I'll talk to Brittany on my own, but I'll send out a general email to everybody and just say,
you know what?
we're thinking about 5. Do you want to send it?
How about I do?
Yeah, you do that.
I will contact Brittany and Becky and Meredith and just find out how they're doing and.
Yeah.
And
Just
we
find out.
don't want this board to be a pressure to them and I know
Right.
they have a lot going on. So I'd rather hear from them directly and I feel like that's my place. I'll do that.
I agree.
Sounds
Okay.
Thank you. Perfect.
Absolutely. And meeting is adjourned at 6:30.
That's awesome, considering that we
good.
have this difficult.
Very good.
Oh,
Right, have a good week, everybody.
Send you the recording.
Okay, thank you.